I'm Stacey Stewart, and I grew up in the beautiful island of Barbados. Jay and I met at McDonald's, of all places. I can't say that I was romantically inclined at that time, but he certainly was. We celebrated all of our anniversaries, weeks, months, years, everything. He had given me a bracelet, and on the back of the bracelet, he says, he had it engraved, "Will you marry me?" And he had the ring in his sock, because anywhere else I probably would have found it. So he had it in his sock, and then he asked me to marry him there. Jaden is like a replica of Jay. He has mannerisms like Jay. He has the same goofy personality as Jay. Jaden would just light up when Jay came through the door. To describe him, he was loving, patient, thoughtful, kind, warm, and just loved. Jay he was just having some flank pain on the left side that was fairly persistent for about a week and a half. He went to the walk-in clinic. They said the test showed that he had a fairly large growth, and we found out that it was cancerous. It was devastating for him. I think he saw his whole life flash in front of him. His biggest concerns were leaving me and leaving Jaden. I said to him, God has been a part of our lives for a long time, and he has brought us through many, many things, many challenges. The same God who took us through that is the same God who's going to take us through this. He got another call from the hospital that said, "Oh, and by the way, your scan for the lungs just came back, and it's showing that you have a pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot, and you need to go to the ER right now." In addition to clots being formed, bits of cancer are actually being released with that. So now everything was on this massive scale. Surgery ended up being 12 and a half hours. We had excellent nurses and doctors. We saw God's hand in everything from the beginning to the end. We really thought that we were out of the woods with this. We came home. He actually resumed his life for a bit there. He started to have increased symptoms, and that sent us back to the hospital. And there was a doctor there who said, "We think that you really should be calling your family and getting them together, because we don't know that he's going to make it through this night, let alone the week." He was on his phone and I was on my phone, and we just called everybody that we could think of. I can't tell you that I understand it, but what I know is that when God answers, his answer is the right answer. I think why we were able to have the kind of support we had is because I think it just came out from prayer, just asking for prayer. Pastor Jan was very good at periodically checking in to say, okay, we're on it, prayer team is on it. I know that I really felt carried. I knew that people were praying, and God was able to pour his abundance in through other people. My attitude has been, God has us here for a reason. So he took Jay, but we're still here. I miss him every day. I can't say that a day doesn't go by that I don't think about him. Sometimes you do wonder, why, Lord, why did you take him now? And then you only have to go back to those moments where you see God touching you and your life personally. And sometimes that's all we have to hold on to. And you know in those moments that God's real, because he was real to you in those moments. When I was crying out to him and I said, Lord, I really don't want this to be my reality, he showed up. I got you, Stacey. It's going to be okay.